woke up in the middle of a dream, recalled what was happening in that dream, and then fell back asleep only to place yourself right back in the same exact dream? If so, then you have experienced lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is not only used for fun, but it can benefit some people greatly. I'll discuss what lucid dreaming is, share with you some examples of how this type of dreaming can help and benefit people. A dictionary reference states that lucid dreaming is a dream state in which one is conscious enough to recognize that one is in the dream state and which stays in one's memory. The first example is how lucid dreaming can assist athletes. It is obvious that athletes improve and develop very well during physical practice, but they can also practice their physical and mental skills on their own in their own environment while they are dreaming. The dream world is less dependent on sensory information and processes than the real world is. This is great for athletes dreamer because he or she can choose their own situations so they are not distracted by everything going on around them. Athletes use lucid dreaming to practice new or existing motor skills. The more they practice in their dreams, the more improvement shows, just as if they were practicing in the real world. The improvement can become obvious in the real world even from one dream to the next. Not only does lucid dreaming help athletes learn and practice, but it also helps them with mental preparation. This is due to the same reasoning. It allows athletes to make their own situations where there is not as much distraction, and it allows them to focus and be prepared for anything that might come up in the real world. Also, Mr. Dement's Sleep and Dream course explains how performance anxiety can be decreased. The athlete is able to recognize that the audience is actually not real, so it makes it easier to perform in front of people because they are technically alone, yet he or she can still see the audience so they can get used to performing with people present. Another great use for lucid dreaming is to help veterans who have nightmares about their bad experiences. They have been through so many traumatic events that the images stick in their minds. They can train themselves so that once they wake up, they'll be able to think of a better memory and put themselves elsewhere in their mind. If they keep at it, they will be able to force themselves to lucid dream, and they'll be able to fall back asleep peacefully and dream of better situations. It will benefit veterans in that they could possibly have fewer nightmares or lessen the fear of the nightmares. They can also train themselves to be aware that they are dreaming when a nightmare occurs, so they can quickly switch to a better dream without waking up scared. The global dreaming experiment involved a small group of 100 people. 93% of these 100 people said they had experienced lucid dreaming. The experiment hopes to grow to survey thousands of people to provide more research and statistics. The charts in your handouts show percentages of how many females compared to males have experienced the dreaming. There's also a chart that shows the different levels of dreaming and how often lucid dreaming occurred at each different level. The last chart shows different age groups that have experienced lucid dreaming compared with each other. Ages 21 to 30 have the most reported cases, and ages 51 to 70 have the least cases. Lucid dreaming can be a great benefit to some people. I have discussed what the definition of lucid dreaming is, being aware that you are dreaming, and I have provided some examples of how this form of dreaming can benefit people. Athletes can use lucid dreaming to practice skills and mental preparation. Veterans can dream themselves out of horrible memories. The next time you wake up from a deep sleep in the middle of a dream, try to remember what was happening and then imagine yourself back in that dream. And the next night or even a few days later, most likely you'll be aware that you're dreaming again and you have just participated in lucid dreaming.